Hi everyone, Gianni here with you for TheoTrade, and today is Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Want to wish you all an early happy Thanksgiving. Looks like the market celebrations have started early. Reminder that markets will be closed on Thursday, and then on Friday it will be an early day with markets closing at 1 p.m. Eastern. But we're on the third day worth of gains here. And I shared live in the Theo chat room on Friday that there was a 70% chance of a bottom. Yesterday in the live room, I bumped it up to an 85% chance. And I'll just say this, the more that we rally, the more that the right leadership comes to the surface, the higher those odds go. So I do think that we've seen the low from that multi-week pullback from the high that started at the end of October. We've seen technology do pretty well out of the low, especially yesterday. Today it's lagging a little bit. You'll see here that the NASDAQ is underperforming some, but it is near the session highs, well off the lows of the day. Yesterday, semiconductors had an incredible day, lagging some here, but I do think it is going to come around, obviously, with NVIDIA down 4% on the day and AMD down 7%. That's going to cause some problems with the chip sector moving forward in the right direction. But that didn't stop us from taking a swing on the long side yesterday in NVIDIA in the live room. I do think that we are carving out another bottom. Despite that, it does appear that Broadcom is emerging as another leader in the semiconductor race, the AI story. It's not over yet. We've talked about like what comes next in that. I think a lot of it has to do with healthcare and biotech. More on that in a moment because some exciting things happening there as well. Another big story at the headline or index level today is the Russell 2000 small cap stocks looking very strong here, up almost 2% on the day. So it's been quite the rally already in the Russell 2000 from last week's low. And, we do have important monthly closes coming up on Friday. Remember, you count today, there's only not even a half a day left. Tomorrow's a full day. Friday's a half day. There's less than 2 trading sessions left in the month of November. So you can start, creeping on those monthly charts. I know that I'll be spending some good time amidst the rest this weekend looking at some monthly charts because it will be giving us a very clear picture. It's quite the sell-off that we had. We got that 5% pullback. So, when you think about what we've experienced in terms of the downside this year, stocks, the S&P, was down almost 20% earlier in the year when you had that drop into the April low. Now we had a 5% pullback. So you had borderline bear market, and now you've had another correction. That's it for the year, guys. I think we need to be preparing for new all-time highs here. My target at the beginning of the year was 72 to 7,400 for the S&P. Maybe we can get that. We are going into a very bullish time of the year from a cyclical standpoint. My cyclical model has us hitting the reset button here. You're seeing leadership from the right sectors. Sentiment is down in the gutter. This is the perfect backdrop for a surprise year-end rally that takes stocks back to their all-time highs. Now, of course, the big leader of the day, unsurprisingly, is healthcare. Healthcare is up and about to hit. Let's see, did we hit a new all-time high? Not quite, almost. We're flirting with new all-time highs here. Looks like we're going to get the highest weekly close in history come this week, and even the highest monthly close in history. So that's all good news. You have XBI climbing, hitting new highs. The biotech sector just absolutely ripping to the upside. We have various Trinity trade names that continue to hit new highs. This ARQT stock, we bought it back at the beginning of September, up over 40% just from last Friday's low, Friday the 14th, not this past Friday, but the previous Friday. And in this position, we already booked gains. We're up over 80% right now. There's definitely some things moving in this market. Then you also have PTC Therapeutics hitting new all-time highs here. So, there definitely are stocks that are trending in the right direction. You just need a way to locate them. And that's what's, been so exciting here over in TheoTrade, and specifically, in the Trinity trade, because we have this Trinity terminal that has alerted us to the emerging strength in healthcare. You can see here that the strongest stocks that this terminal is picking up continue to come from the healthcare sector, technology. Also having some, good names, good outperformance here, but the strength continues to come from biotech, continues to come from healthcare, And this is shaping up to be a big theme for 2026. You can see here, you got all the proprietary scores here in the Trinity terminal, healthcare names everywhere, the cyclicals that are showing strength. And so it's a really great tool to pick up the strongest stocks that are moving in this environment. And it's basically what alerted us to names like ARQT and PTCT in the not so distant past. But you take a look elsewhere in markets, Tesla, I like what's going on here. We're coming up off those lows from last week. That's holding up all right. Amazon also trying to hammer out those higher lows. Apple's looking very good, hitting a new all-time high today. So there's rotation definitely taking place within the Magnificent Seven, and that needs to be respected because that's what's going to keep this bull market alive. Right now, the hot name in the Mag 7 is Google, which just simply is not stopping its rally. I mean, just an absolutely incredible move here in Google, more than doubled from that low in April, and this is the hot name right now. So we'll continue to keep a watch on that. Shift gears and take a look at crypto here. Bitcoin still having some issues. I'm not going to rule out a final washout down to 74, 76,000. Ethereum holding up a little bit better, but hey, if we get a rally into the end of the month, maybe that was the low, but it's still not the place with the best risk reward in the near term. That being said, historically, when we have seen bad years for crypto, it's often been followed by a year that just has a rip your face off rally. And so I think that's what's going to happen here in crypto. I think 2026 will be strong for crypto. And I think it's going to be strong for the dollar here. We're finally getting that pullback in the dollar against the Japanese yen. A little bit of weakness in the dollar today, both against the euro and the yen. But I do think that this is leading up to, a situation where money floods back into the U.S. next year. I was talking today about how crude oil is looking especially vulnerable right now. There's talks of a peace deal with Ukraine and Russia now. Ukraine has apparently accepted it. We'll see what comes out of that. But if you get a flood of energy back into this global market again, you get a break below support here, 55, 56. Then maybe you get oil drop down to that notorious $35 level, which is where we've seen major lows in the past, 2009, 2016. You had that secondary low back in November of 2000 or 2020, excuse me. You drop back down to there, that could be the backdrop that actually gives the consumer some breathing room in the near term, but then eventually creates the setup for the next round of inflation. Bonds continue to rally. We've been bullish in this space. I'm looking for that rally to continue into Q1 or Q2. 10-year note as a nice cup and handle pattern here. Looks like it's about to stage a major breakout. And so, good things happening that point to stocks resuming their uptrend, risk assets starting to outperform again. I don't think the AI story is over. I think it's about to become an even bigger headline in biotech specifically. We've been all over those trades. There's still some fantastic setups in the sector. So if you've not participated, don't fret because there still is time. Don't just go chasing names that have already moved. Dive deeper into the sector and find what's still setting up. And also, I've been watching another development, kind of like a consumer-related, almost recession-proof sector. I'm not ready to reveal that yet, but stay tuned because I probably am going to reveal it soon because I think that next year is going to be a pleasant surprise, I think, for a lot of people in this market. I'm not ready to release my 2026 target in the S&P. I want to see if we satisfy our 2025 target in the 72 to $7,400 zone. There's a chance for it. There's a chance. We'd have to have a strong rally into year end, but we're shaping up for it now. You can see here the S&P pretty much at the session highs. A little bit of selling just crept back into the picture. I'm also watching precious metals here for signs that the low is complete. We just rolled over to the February contract in gold. Silver is now trading the March contract. And, you're hanging out near the highs. I'm not really the biggest fan of how silver hit a new all-time high, but gold didn't. This may mean that we need some more sideways activity. But nonetheless, the trend is up. And I think that we're going to see new all-time highs in precious metals going into 2026. So that's what I have for today, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. As a reminder, we do have our Black Friday TheoTrade credits where you can double your money. Give us a call here at 623-244-5657. You can use code word Gianni and lock in your Black Friday credits where you can double your money. You buy them for $1,000, gives you $2,000 worth of buying power. And so you can double your money at the outset. Again, 623-244-5657. That's all for now, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Take advantage of these Black Friday deals. Happy Thanksgiving. Looking forward to seeing you on the other side of the holiday. Take care, everyone.